make some mistakes in our life, but for everything there is a redemption. Now we will move here, and you can see here the trials of the soul, the challenges of the soul. So you can see here the demons, the devils, all of them. All of them. There's some different symbols of sin. That's why they have different tools. Here you can see the killing devil with the wooden stick, the devil, the torturing devil with the chain, the devil of corruption with the straws, the alcoholic devil sitting on a barrel drinking wine, rakia, or the terrible Bulgarian beer. Every devil carries a different type of sin. And here you can see that the little human souls are protected by the angels. You know that thing that we call the angels' guard angels. And now you can see also something very interesting. You can see graffitis from the past. You can see Ivan, like the founder, from the town Vidin, from where is my wife, 1882. And here you can see Andrei from 1881. Some people believe that they could take the spirit of words from the Moros, but now we have the names of that stupid people. This is always happened. Now I want to tell you, that's a church part of UNESCO from 1983. When one thinks it's part of UNESCO, you cannot make restoration. If you make restoration, it will be outside. So how that murals here are very well, that one's very terrible. Now you can see the human size. Most of the people they scratch here. Arches that you can see, they protect exactly the murals from the weather conditions when we speak about the rain and the snow. Now, come with me on the other side. We continue on the west side. And please stand there. It's not drinkable, that one, to let you know. Now, because we're still in the pronouns. Here, that line, below, you can see, again, only sinners, women. If you ask me, yes, there is discrimination, because on the other side, they're only men, and the devils, they torture them more. Here, you can see Holy Mother of God with the baby Jesus Christ, surrounded by 32 saints and martyrs of Christianity. In Christian Orthodox and in the monasteries, there is always a miracle icon. So inside we can see the miracle icon of Holy Mother of God and the baby Jesus Christ with the relics of all that saints and martyrs of Christianity. But I want to tell you something about the medieval times. There were 7 cities proclaiming that they had the head of John the Baptist. And we know that John the Baptist, he had only one head. So 6 or 7 of them, they lied. And the nearest graveyard is just 300 meters away, so it's very easy to fill the puzzle with some of the bones. But it doesn't matter if you believe or not believe in that things. In 17th century here, there was one very big plague. And all the people that they worshipped that icon, they were saved and they were healed. So that's why the people, they still believe in the miracles of that icon. That church is dedicated to Holy Mother of God, her nativity. That's why one of the biggest holidays of that monastery, it's on 15th of August. The other big holiday, it's the Dormition of Saint Ivan of Rila on 19th of October. Now, come with me on the other side of the and please again stand in that position where the stones. Come on that side, not to make a traffic jam on the entrance. Now, only men. Outlawers, poisoners, traitors and rebels, and that big line that you can see, it's for different type of robbers. And you can see how that imp rides that man to the mount of that monster. This is the end of hell. Here, you can see a scene from the Judgment Day. You can see the gatekeeper, Peter, how he opens the gate to heaven, and you can see Jesus Christ, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Trinity from the Old Testament. In their hands you can see the good human souls. In the Bible, it's written that heaven is placed between 4 different rivers, and you can see them here: Pison, Gihon, Tigris, and Euphrates. Here in the corner, you can see Archangel Michael. In the Bible, it was written about 7 different archangels, but there are 2 very important for us: Michael and Gabriel. Gabriel the messenger, Michael the archangel of justice. And here you can see the legend about the rich. That guy, he was obsessed by the greedy demons, and he stole all the money of that poor people. And in his sleep, Michael visited him, and he made the justice with his sword. You can see how he took the soul from the mouth, and after that he made the justice. No heaven and hell, he made the measures. You can see now how it looks like the armor. The armor is very typical for the late Eastern Roman Empire or Byzantine Empire. That's an armor typical for 15th century. Now come with me on the other side. We're going to the north side. And yeah, it's better to stand there. So, this thing behind me, it was made by Zachary Zugraf, and that painter, he painted so many monasteries, not only in Bulgaria, but also in Mount Athos, that principles take in Greece, nowadays Greece. Now here you can see the Judgment Day, and you can see many similarities with the Egyptian mythology. And now I'll explain why Egyptian mythology. When the man died, the soul was led by Anubis, the god of death, to the god of underworld, Osiris. And after that there were measures about the good and the bad deeds. And if the soul was with heavier good deeds, the soul went to heaven. But if the soul was with more bad deeds or heavier bad deeds, one monster with head of crocodile, body of lion, and legs of hippo ate the soul, and the soul became mortal. So we can see kind of the same things. Here you can see the soul. You can see the hand of God, the measures about the good and the bad deeds. But you can see that the good deeds are heavier than the bad ones, so that's why the angels, they will protect that soul, because that soul will go like the others to heaven. And again you can see Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob together with Jesus Christ. You can see Pison, Gihon, Tigris, and Euphrates, that 4 rivers. Here you can see the 6-winged angel, Seraphim. And in the caste of the angels, this is the highest rank, and this is the closest thing to God. And the seraphims are always protectors of the heaven's gates. On the other side here, you can see scenes from Apocalypse, how the people are awakened from their graves, how the non-believers, they're put with rope to the Hell's River. You can see how the predators, they spit, they eat people, and you can see that everything finishes into the Mount Patmos. But now you can see something. You can see that the Hell's River starts below the chair of God. Because I told you, maybe God created everything, the good and the bad, and everything depends on us which side to choose. Now, why heaven it is on that side and hell it is on that side? Because always we think that on the right it's the good thing. Now there is one explanation. When Jesus Christ died on the cross, there were 2 robbers. One who believed in the miracles of Jesus Christ, and that guy, he died behind his right shoulder, and the man who didn't believe behind his left shoulder. But when you see it, when you paint, it's on the opposite. When you enter inside, you can see the 3 crosses into one. You can see one cross over the head of Jesus, one where are the arms, and one where are the legs, and it's big diagonal, showing you heaven and from heaven. Here, straight ahead, there, you can see the chapel, not chapel, dedicated to Nicholas. I would say Nicholas is one of the most important saints of Bulgaria. And now, before going inside, I want to show you something, because here you can see the soul of Lazarus over there too, and I will explain about that soul. Here you can see another legend. So this is the legend about the rich and poor Lazarus. There were two people with the same name, a poor and a rich one. And the poor one, he asked the rich one back for money. The rich one, he didn't give him anything. In the same time, he made a feast with all his friends and he put his dogs. And you can see how exactly the poor Lazarus was beaten by the dogs of the rich one. But this is in our life. In afterlife, they switch. And you can see how the rich one, he entered into the mouth of that monster, and the poor one entered into the hands of Abraham. So that's also, you can see it here, there, and on the other side. Now, let's go inside the church, and after that I want to show you something. Where is the tower? Okay? But I want to tell you, inside we cannot make pictures. No hands in the pocket because it's very unpolite for the priests, and we have to make some little circles because I cannot pray inside. It's the office of God, and we the men, we have to remove the heads. I see no heads, so that's why we can.
You don't.
On your camera. Take that camera thing off your back.
It should be fine.
No, it shouldn't be fine. They don't know. These people, they don't know your account. They wouldn't know it's camera and they just put you.
I have to unscrew it, really.
Okay, can all of you hear me? Okay. Now you can see how the church is separated in three different sections because of the columns. North, center where we are, south. You can see the iconostasis. Iconostasis is that wall with icons hiding the altar, all the secrets of Christianity. But here there are two rooms more. On the north, it's the room called prothesis. This is the room for the patron of the church. And the priests, they give different type of goods like water, bread and wine. So here the patron is Holy Mother of God, so that's why they give that goods to her. Central, we spoke the altar, and on the south, it's the room called diaconicon. This is the room for all the robes and dresses for the priest, because different right, different robe. For funeral, for baptism, or for wedding. Now you can see many similarities and many differences with the Catholic Church. One of the similarities is that stage over there that we call it avant. And from that avant, the priest gives speeches to the pilgrims, but now I can tell that most of the priests, they're exactly in the corner, very close to the diaconicon. When we have a service, we have to stand. That chairs that you can see, they're only for the old generation. And you can see that they're not very comfy because for your shoulders, so that you can remove exactly the seat and you can be exactly stand. Like to have a support of your exactly shoulders. You can see that we have candles up and candles down. Candles down are for the dead. Candles up for the living people, for us, for our health, for success. I want to tell you, never mix the fire. We Bulgarians, we're very superstitious. Maybe we are one of the most superstitious nations. That's why never mix the fire, because you will mix exactly the forces. Now you can see over there how it looks like the cross that I mentioned. You can see one cross over the head of Jesus, one where are the arms, and another where are exactly the legs with showing the heaven and the hell. Now, to let you know, the miracle icon is over there. There is my colleague. That's why later we will go there. We'll do something like opposite circle. Here you can see that circle. I told you that every center of the church, it's the most important thing. Some people, they believe that if you stand there, it's the most energical place and you can wish something. But if the priests, if they see you, they will push you away. Just look who is there. The Trinity, Holy Father, Holy Son, and the Holy Spirit. This is the center of the church, it's the center for God. Now, go with me. I want to show you something here. Come closer. Close to the people and they cannot hear. So, if you're interested about the Second World War and how Bulgaria was involved, I can tell you that things during the right when we go back. But here behind me, you can see one of the most important figures of the 20th century, Boris III, the last Bulgarian king who ruled Bulgaria in very difficult times. He took the rule of the country in the end of the Great War, First World War, 1918, and he ruled Bulgaria till 1943, so the middle of the Second World War. And he was a hiker. He loved so much the mountains, he had also here a private room in that monastery. By the way, if you want to stay here for the night, you can do it, to let you know. 15 oil, it's not so much. But why he's here? Now I will have to explain. During exactly the end of the Great War, Bulgaria was in economical, political crisis. But because of him and his regime, Bulgaria exactly stepped on his feet. Bulgaria became something like industrialized in the Balkans. The main problem was that the Second World War started. Nazi Germany invaded Poland. 2 weeks later, Soviet Union did the same thing. So at first they made a pact for not attacking, but they knew, both countries, they knew that sooner or later there would be a war between them. So that's why they needed possible allies. And Bulgaria was between the hammer and the forge. So that's why I can tell that that king, he made very good relationships with both of them. Of course, it's very hard, but he made exactly the best from every situation. So at first, Stalin, he sent here delegation to build here military bases. But Boris III rejected to give anyone to make anything like that. Because the Baltic states, when they accept the offer of Stalin, no Baltic states anymore. Only Soviet Union on the map, kingdom and communism, it's something that you cannot combine. So that's why Boris rejected. After that, Stalin didn't like so much Bulgaria, but I want to tell you, till 1944, Bulgaria and Soviet Union, they had very good relationships and they traded a lot. On the other side, Mussolini, he wanted to restore the Roman Empire, to make Rome great again, but there was a problem, the Greeks and the Yugoslavian people. And Mussolini, he had a lot of defeats, so that's why he asked Hitler for a support. Hitler, he didn't want to take exactly the Balkan campaign, but because of Mussolini, that started. And Nazi Germany came with trucks, infantry, armor, all that stuff. The problem to reach Yugoslavia and Greece, it's through Bulgaria. And the options of the Bulgarian king were to fight against Nazi Germany and to be occupied because Bulgaria was not in shape for a war, or to open the borders and to be an ally of Nazi Germany. And Hitler, he promised us also to return a land with Bulgarians that we lost by Romania in the First World War. Romanians, like Axis power, they didn't want to do that thing, but because of pushes of the Germans, they did it. So after that, Bulgaria agreed, and Bulgaria became an Axis power, opened the borders, and the Romanians, they returned that land with Bulgarians. And now you can see one of the weird facts in history. Poland, victory side, allied side, lost territories. Bulgaria, Axis power, losing side, gained territories, because this was an agreement between two Axis powers. The greatest success, let's say that there was a problem because Bulgaria after that was in a war with the United States of America and United Kingdom. This was happened because of the pro-Germanic government. The Bulgarian king, he didn't want that thing, but he didn't know that the government declared that war, and he was so furious. And in the Time magazine, he gave an interview how exactly the Bulgarian generals, they're lovers of Britain, the Bulgarian government, the ministers, they're lovers of Germany, the Bulgarian nation, lover of Russia, and maybe I'm the only one who loves Bulgaria. Later, if you want, I can tell you exactly event after event what's exactly happened. But